We are live. You ever find yourself? All the buttons are making it. That's it. What's up, you guys? Welcome back to another 715 episode of Tackle Talk. That's right, it's your boy Beards, and I had to do it, guys. I had to come in. I had to make me a thumbnail with the What's Happening Rolling style, you know what I mean, where it's just like half an eyeball and some fog. You can't see anything behind me. If you can find that spot, though, folks, you can catch you some fish. Shout out Kristen J. First, Mark Pappas, Robert Sharp, Mark Barnhart. What are you guys doing? What's new, guys? Hold on, I was just fixing something, man. Give me a second. Let me go here. Let me go here, here. Oh, whoops. Hold on, you guys. I gotta do something. I was just thinking I needed to do this, and then I didn't do it, and then I gotta do this, and then I gotta do this. Okay. All right. One sec, guys. Oh, this is getting to be a nightmare right here. Hold on. That's it. Oh, goodness gracious. Sorry, guys. We're doing it live. You know what I'm saying? We're doing it live. Goodness. I'll tell you what, you guys. Are we ready for an exciting evening? We're gonna talk about some stuff, man. We're just gonna talk. Tonight's just hanging out. It's just me and you guys hanging out. Let's see what you guys are doing. What's up, VA Recycler? Faye Knox in the house. What are you guys doing, man? Nothing really exciting. Have you guys been over to the community channel? Did you guys check out the community channel lately? Hold on, I'll show you. Community channel. All right, let's do this. Look, you guys, I gave you a little shot of the setup the other day that I was doing with the overhead cam. Can you guys see this? The overhead cam and all the other crap that I had hooked up. Man, that was a complete nightmare, I'll tell you what. But I put a picture of the puppy. Got a new puppy, guys. This name's Forrest Gump. And when you go outside with him and all you got to do is tell him, run, Forrest, run. And he bolts off. Now, he's the cutest little bear you ever did see, guys. He is a fantastic breed of teacup Chihuahua and Pomeranian, also known as the Pomchi. So he's not very big, and he's not ever going to be any bigger. Really, he's you know, he's pretty much going to tap out right about there. He's going to be the cutest little guy you ever did see, but he's real cool. He's not afraid of vacuums, loud noises. Very good. He's trying. He's a little dog. He does little piddles when he gets a little excited, but as far as like the big scheme of things, like it's been really, really, really good. No, I'm probably not going to take Forrest fishing, if any of you guys were wondering. I don't think Forrest is going to make fishing trips. I think the boat would probably lose him, if you want me to be honest. I don't think he weighs enough. I'd probably have to strap him in there pretty good. And hold on, I got to get my chat back up. Bang. All right, good. Thank you. I was going to say fighting the cold, then I saw the guy from Canada. Oh, no. What's going on in Canada? It's probably pretty cold in Canada right now. Isn't that a sweet little dog, Mark? He's pretty neat, man. Forrest Gump. Mark, are you talking about me? I'm like, oh, yeah, that's right, Faye. Oh, yeah, Faye's one of our, what we like to call seasoned fisherwomen. She knows what she's doing, guys. So listen, let's do this. Let's get into some tunes. Let's hang out for a little while. I don't know. Did you guys see this? Did I show you guys this? Hold on. So I figured something out, guys. Because the way that I have the desk set up, I have to now move the mouse to the furthest back under the desk as I can so it hits the receiver. So I figured out there's like whole blanks in my schedule here that all have to do with just no signal getting through all this stuff on the desk. It's not really the stuff, it's the equipment on the desk. Like, I really want a really big desk, but I don't have a really big desk space. So as you can see, or can't see at this moment, we've got more furniture in the office right now. Only because the Christmas tree's up, guys. That's right. We did it again. Another year. Hold on. I got a little something ringing in my ear. Oh, it's been rough at work, man. I've been getting it. I gotta remember to keep earplugs in all day, not just once in a while. Like the whole duration of the day, keep earplugs in. Mark said it's cold in Michigan. There's snow melted. That's crazy. That's absurd. You got any ice though, Mark? You're an ice fishing guy, aren't you? All right, guys. Now, guess what? You guys know what time it is, man. What's happening, beards? All right, let me tell you what's going on. So, boys and girls, I entered the Cabela's again. That's right. I entered the Cabela's tournament again. Super duper excited about this. Big money, big prizes. For those of you that know anything about the Cabela's tournament, I unfortunately have never taken part in the big money or the big prizes on the Big Fish Lake Harris series, the Lake Harris Big Bass. It's a pretty big event. It gets a couple thousand people from across the world. You know, I guess that's pretty cool. I just got to land one. Sorry, guys. I got a weird ear here. Oh, it was tearing me apart. It was like a sharp pain, almost as if like I still had some kind of like water in it or something from shower. And as you can see, I'm freshly cleaned. I took a shower, got all dressed up fancy for all you guys. I know what you're saying. Shirt you got on, beards? The Live Free Heathen Squad shirt, available at heathensquad.com. By the way, hold on. Let's get into this.
Oh, what's that? You noticed? My fishing gloves? No, those are cool. Yeah, those are the new Heathen Squad socks for sure, folks. I'll tell you, my fishing day couldn't get any better. I got my gloves and I got my socks. Heathensquad.com.
I know you guys remember that trip, right? Oh, I'm so waiting, man. I'm so waiting. We should watch this one again. I'm sorry, guys. This one's just really cool, man. I laugh at this one every single time.
You ever find yourself scrolling aimlessly through YouTube videos, looking for that one video that unlocks the secret to catching big bass? Well, the first thing you need to do is go on ahead and hit the subscribe button on this channel. Stick around, folks. In the next minute, I'm about to show you a game changer that'll revolutionize the fishing industry.
You guys like that voiceover? Game changer that'll revolutionize the fishing industry. Yeah, it was good. It was pretty funny. That thing was like a minute and a half long, and I just cut it up because it didn't make that much sense. But it is kind of funny. I laughed.
Oh, yeah. Oh, buddy.
That thing had me. I had to reach up, put a second hand on it. He came across it pretty strong, you guys.
This side. Oh, yeah. Come on, baby, this side. Oh, come on, this side. There you go.
I was hoping it was like 4.5, 5 pounds. It was just 3.5. Like 3.46 or something crazy like that. But fat.
It's one of
stout,
yours.
Stout little fish.
It's one of yours. Folks, if you want to know what the secret to my success is with bass fishing, I'll show you.
And the wind just happened to pick up exactly at that moment. It was great.
Camouflage. That's right, folks. Camouflage. Nice fish. I'll show you how I do it. First, let's watch her go away.
I forget what audio I used on that. I think I used the head audio. I don't know if I used the head audio or the facing camera. I'll have to redo it if I use the head audio or the facing camera audio. Water was nasty. I went for this whole cool out of the water shot, but like you can totally see the pole. You can totally see the pole the whole time. So bad, you guys. So bad. Cheesy. I try. Can you up your audio? Can barely. Oh, that's right. Faye and the tablet. All right, hold on, Faye. I have to be real sensitive on how I come up with this audio, Faye. Because if I do it wrong, it's going to be poppy, 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 and that's not going to be good. All right, you guys ready? All right, testing. Faye, how's that? That's it? Can I get to that's it, Faye? Did I just tear up anybody's earlobes? Did I hit anybody in the old AirPods or anything like that? Hopefully you guys can still hear me. There's not much I can do after that, Faye, because it's given me all the warnings at this point. Much better. Okay, how about, but does it still have clarity? Does it still give you a warm feeling? Does it still make you want to believe? That's the question. Put your hand on the screen for me. Everybody put your hand on the screen for me. It's almost the end of the year. I don't know if we can do it, guys. But if we can't break a double digit by the end of the year, let us break a double digit one weekend in February. And let it be the weekend that it's worth some money. In Jesus' name, amen. Tom Cruise and Oprah Winfrey. Okay. And we got it, guys. I think that was a pretty good prayer. I mean, I really think that was a pretty good prayer. I think I covered all three bases. You know what I'm saying? I think I covered all three bases on that one. So there's a pretty good chance, guys, we might be able to see a big fish. I'm going to enjoy this. I'm thinking about live streaming some of it for you guys if you guys want to come hang out on the 3-day adventure. Because it's going to be 3 full days, man. 3 days. And it starts off at like daybreak. You're allowed to be on your spot, but you can't have lines in the water and you can't have electronics on until the time buzz hits. So I'm going to do my best, you know what I mean? Get out to a little spot or two, maybe hunt the local areas, and then I'm scouting a couple of other lakes over the next couple of weeks. I got a couple of parts coming for the boat. I haven't pulled the trigger on the trolling motor, out of stock every time I look, but I got a pretty good deal on the trolling motor, guys. I'm pretty excited about that, so that should work out for me. Other than that, man, it's just kind of been a really, playing with the puppy. That's what I've been doing. See, Mark believes. Thanks, Mark. I appreciate that, man. I'm glad you believe, Mark. Somebody's got to give me some love out there. I'm hoping it turns into quite an adventure, you guys. To be perfectly honest with you, I really hope it turns out to be a lot of fun. You know what I'm saying? I hope we can all enjoy this. I really hope we can all enjoy this. Myself, personally, I know it's going to be grueling. I just can't wait to see, we got the trolling motor, we got the bearing, we got some stuff going on. We got to get some tires, make sure those are all done. I got to ask Buddy John down the road if I can hang out and use his dock. He never, or the lady at the end of the street, they're cool too, and then I can just tie my boat out there and not have to deal with anything and then zip out first thing in the morning. I just got to run the old power cable. And other than that, man, get me a couple of 10-gallon big gas cans, the big ones, and I'll run premix right there and pump it right into the boat every day, because that two-stroke's going to burn it up. If I really get out on the lakes, it's going to burn it up. And the last thing I want to do is have to pull my boat on and off the water to get gas and stuff like that. There's going to be a lot of guys that do that, and there shouldn't be that many guys fishing on Friday. Friday seemed to have a pretty light amount of fish, but come Saturday, fishermen were pouring in, and on Sunday they were pouring in too. So I'm hoping to score big on Friday, at least bring something to the weigh-in, you know what I mean? When's the tournament? In February, Faye. Hold on, let me go up here. I'll tell you when it is. All right, hold on. Boom. Hold on, I'm pulling it up right now. All right, hold on. Boom. All right, Faye, check it out. We got the Harris Chain of Lakes is February 10th through 12th. Now, guys, this is right up here in the top left corner. You guys can't see it, but it says... that should stop all that chaos now. It says the Cabela's Big Bass Tour brought to you by Mercury. So yeah, guys, this is real. This is not a joke. Let's check it out. Let's see what we got going on. The Abu Garcia Florida Big Bass Classic, presented by Lake County, $150,000 guaranteed prizes and payouts. Guaranteed prizes and payouts, guys. Guys, I am super duper stoked. You understand what I'm saying? Like, if you read this stuff up here, that was some pretty exciting stuff. All right. I don't know if you guys know anything about this, but looky here. Let's look at one more thing, you guys. Hold on. Let's do Oh, I just missed my mark. Sorry, guys. That was on me. I tried to do something cool and having it like doing stuff, and now I don't have it. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Okay. Dang, man. Guys, looky here. We got $52,000 in guaranteed overall prizes right here. Guaranteed hourly, total hourly paybacks, $64,025. Okay, so every hour, guys, biggest fish gets $1,000. Second gets 500, third gets 3, fourth gets 250, all the way down to third. Down to 10th, which gets a whopping $100. Youth division, first gets 300, second 200, and third 100. And early entry rods were a $25,000 worth of, what is that? Garcia Jordan Lee 7-foot medium heavy casting rods. Look at that. It was a little promo. So that was pretty cool. I missed the early start on that one. They sent me an email and everything, and then I got a mass text, and I just was working. There's no rods, but regardless, I mean, it was still pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? I thought that was pretty friggin' neat. So you could get a free rod out of it if you really wanted to fish it. But yeah, you guys know me, man. I don't play. Look, I'm going for the big fish. You know, that's just how I feel about it. I don't know about you guys. All right, sorry guys. Yeah, the cheaters are gone. Yeah, Faye nails it. Faye nails it. No, VA, I'm not bringing Outlaw, man. He don't like the Harris chain, bud. He don't like the Harris chain. He damn sure don't want to pay to fish the Harris chain. There's nothing worse than paying to fish the Harris chain. It is not an easy lake, dude. I tell you guys that all the time. Some of the videos that I have, like, those moments are never going to happen again. And I can tell you there are millions of anglers that have been to this lake that moment's never happened on, period. No lead weights, please. Oh, yeah, no, I'm going to have my, you know me, buddy. I am going to be slinging that shaky head like there is no tomorrow. I've got a gamut. February is an interesting time to fish. That's another thing I was going to talk to you guys about, man. Kind of like with tonight's conversation. That's why it's like a what's happening beards. Like, I'm already in planning phase for this whole thing. Like, I'm rigging up some interesting baits. I'm going to show you guys some of my assault pattern that I'm going to go with. I'm definitely switching up to a jig this year. I'm going to have a jig out there that I'm going to be pulling back through the channels and stuff like that, giving little pops and bounces. I'll show you guys what I like to use for jig trailers. I remember we talked about different jig trailers, so I'm going to be using the GOAT. I'm going to show you guys a couple of different jig heads and the styles and why they are like they are. But we've already talked about that, guys. I mean, we've covered a lot of this stuff before. A lot of it's pretty standard. You've either got the swim head or you've got the football head, what they like to call the cross eyes. I like the Z-Mans. I know it sounds Z-Man, dude. I've been successful with these silly things, man, and they haven't let me down. I mean, I hear horror stories. People tell me horror stories about hooks bending and things breaking and just all the bad stuff that's happened to them. Hasn't happened to me. It hasn't happened to me, man. I've been pretty fortunate as far as like having good luck with. I break off sometimes when I'm just out messing around with my buddies, but realistically, man, in the tournament time, I bring them back. You know, I don't really have much trouble hooking what comes in, you know, or bringing in what hooks. So I got to make good plays. That's why I said, guys, this would be kind of cool to go out and try to do it live for you guys. I'll see what I can do, man, and hook up an auxiliary mic and stuff like that and have everything coming through. You can hear us talking back and forth and you know, a lot of the conversation as far as what we're going to do, what's the plan. You know, if we land that fish, are we staying here? Are we trying for another one to load in the second hour? Or are we just going to bolt back? I mean, we got to know what's going on. You know, we really got to make good decisions. We really got to put both of our heads together. It's gonna be me and my buddy Jay again. We fish this Cabela's together every year, every year. Our buddy Steve-O, he's going to be fishing it as well. I'm pretty sure he's got a partner already because he's pulled money in this bad boy. So I'm kind of antsy. I can't lie to you. I'm kind of antsy. I'm waiting for something exciting to happen. Hold on. All right. What do you guys think, man? What do you guys think? Are we all in on this? Should I do it live? Should I just do a recording? Should I do both with some live and do some recording at the same time and then show you guys like an edited version, those of you that watched it live? I'm thinking of doing something like that. I'll try to run live as long as I can just for the giggles. The temperature should be kind of low, so I shouldn't have to worry about equipment overheating. And the only thing I got to figure out is how I'm going to run my battery to charge it and the external audio in at the same time. But I'm sure I can figure that out, man. This shouldn't be too difficult. I don't think this should be too difficult at all. As a matter of fact, I might have to start planning on that here shortly. You know what I mean? I do know I'm going to set up a couple of different things, though. I got some YOLO techs I'm looking at right now, guys. I'm going to have some constant power poles positioned on the boat, so I think that'll be kind of cool. Maybe a couple of different camera angles. I don't know. We'll see. Jay's talking about bringing his 360 cam and like really just setting it in the middle of the boat and being done with the whole thing and having all the shots, but only at the height of the 360 cam. See, that's the only part that sucks about the 360 cam. All right, let's see what we got here. We got a little consensus. It looks here. Faye says she'd like to see it live. Yeah, no doubt. I'm thinking the same thing. Mark said he'll watch it. I'll watch it. Yeah, and see, that's the whole thing, Mark. It's not really going to be as exciting. I mean, you never know, dude. I'm just going to be honest, man. The way Lake Harris is, I mean, I'll be honest with all y'all. The way Lake Harris is, it's either fire or forget it, because you're either on them or you're not. And I'm going to have the trolling motor all set up, the boat to be in tip-top running performance. Like I said, my only issue is going to be burning fuel. She's going to drink some gas. You feel me? She's going to drink some gas. I'm going to make sure all the maintenance is up to par because I'm getting ready to put it on her for 3 straight days, boys and girls. 3 straight days of just getting it. So we're going to see. We're going to make sure everything's up to par. I got a couple of months. January will be better. This month, you know, is pretty much over for me. I mean, I haven't even had time to pull the prop off this thing and put the new part on. It's whatever. They're all excuses. I got a wedding this weekend. I had a wedding the end of last month. I've got Christmas coming up the week after the wedding, 2 weeks after a wedding. I mean, it's all, and then New Year's right after that, and then recovery for the whole month of January financially from the amount of money that I'm just going to pour out over the next month and a half. You know, it's going to be a little ridiculous, man. I'm pretty much going to break the old end of the year. What I thought I had put away for savings is probably going to end up getting spent. Unfortunately, you know how that goes, man. It is what it is. You bought a boat, bust out another 1,000. I appreciate that, Mark. Mark said he'll watch. VA Recycler says he's going to... I'll just call him Virginia. Virginia Recycler. He said he'll watch. I appreciate that, man. Like I said, I won't be able... It won't be like an interactive show. You understand what I mean by that? It's not going to be interactive, man. I'm really... What you guys are going to... We'll mic up. Oh, we'll mic up for sure. So what you guys are going to get is raw, unfiltered bass fishing tournament style with 2 dudes. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're gonna talk shit. It's gonna be, you know, there's gonna be some conversating, there's gonna be some silent moments. I don't know how much narrating there's gonna be. You know me, I like cracking jokes. Buddy's got a pretty good attitude about him too, so we'll, you know, we're both positive guys. It's not gonna be you know, but it will be at the same time. You know, a lot of stress, you know. If you remember, it's Rich. Just changing up some things. YouTube coming. Okay. All right. I don't know if that was me. All right. I don't know. I don't know if that was directed at me or Mark. So I can't tell. Mark Pappas. Mark Pappas cut down a giant tree today. I don't know if you guys know that. Mark, I once cut down the biggest tree in the forest with a herring. That's right. A herring. And then I had to buy a shrubbery. I told him that. I said the herring part to him today on Instagram. He didn't get it. He didn't get the herring. I'm obviously not a Monty Python fan. My son loves that. When that rabbit comes out of that cave, man, there's nothing funnier than that little rabbit. And everybody's like, whoa, I'll handle this, you know, and that was it for Sir Galahad, you know. But the weather's going to be, like I said, guys, so we're getting into this concept. I mean, I'm hoping if we stay nice and cool, we're going to be in a good, stationary, tucked in on warm ground, you know, warm earth, deep cover. It's just, I'm really thinking this is going to be one of those days where I can really make myself shine if I can find that pattern. It's all going to depend on the front, though. Like I said, usually around that time it's post frontal, so things get real slow. So we'll see, man. I'm hoping there's some prefrontal on Friday, which would really help me out a bunch because that'd turn them on. But then again, guys, it's also turning them on for the other guys. It's just I'm hoping I'm in the right spot in the lake. You know what I mean? I'm really hoping that I find the spot and I find it early. You know what I'm saying? I cut down big wood every day this time of year. Amen, Mark Pappas. Amen. There was nothing better than the new year, my friend. Christmas trees and then the new year. Trust me, I miss every one of those days, dude. I do. And I don't. You know what I mean? And he cut down a 4-foot across oak tree, guys. And what was that, like a 12-inch Craftsman you were over there hacking at it with, buddy? The whole center of that thing rotted out, huh? Was it struck, or what was the story on that one, Mark? If you don't mind telling us the tree story. I enjoy a good tree story. Let's see here. Mark, here, you can tell it. Yeah, but I seen it, man. It was pretty neat. The middle was a little messed up, and I don't know how big that saw was. I've cut some wood. Don't miss it. Yeah, amen, right? I cut some pretty good sized trees myself back in the days. You know, I was a strong guy once. I handled that kind of stuff. That's funny. Yo, did you see it, Faye? Yeah, no, he cut down a serious tree. Like I said, the middle of it was kind of mush. Mark says a rotten white oak. Yeah, over 80 years. The saw was a oh, okay. Well, yeah, a 36-inch still, bud. You know what I'm saying? A still 660, 36-inch. That thing's specifically made for trees with a diameter of 8 to 12 feet around. You know, listen, that's all the chainsaw you need. That's probably one of the most versatile chainsaws on the market. That's a good saw. Didn't see it. He has a channel. No, Faye, he doesn't have a channel. Mark Pappas is over on Instagram. I check out. We're buddies on Instagram. We share stuff back and forth. You know, get laughs and stuff when we're not online. You know, hanging out, all of us. My friends, my online boys and girl friends. We all hang out. You know, we're just a bunch of buddies over here. We talk about fishing. We talk about stuff like that. It was a big tree, dude. It was a big tree. Let me tell you, when I seen it, I was like, oh, buddy. And he had his saw, and I was like, oh, buddy, that, woo, you're a beast, dude. You hit it hard, Mark. Because I'll tell you, that would have had me thinking, well, I might need to get another saw, something like a 52, you know what I'm saying? But good God, you probably spent a mint on that one. I can't imagine what the other one's going to cost. I bet it did have your heart pounding, bud. I bet it had your heart pounding and your butt puckering. No doubt in my mind, dude. When I seen that saw sitting there, I was like, woo, but, and knowing the whole center of that tree could just collapse. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it was rotten, bro. There was no doubt. You cut the wrong angle on that, you know, on that through cut, especially when you're not breaching the whole tree. Oh, that other side collapses, bro. It's coming down on you, baby. You know what I'm saying? Those are always dangerous, those rotten core trees. That's why I said I might have thought about going with a little bit. Listen, now here we go. We go from fishing to talk about bigger saws. I might have gone with a 52 mark myself. I'm kind of keen to a 52-inch blade. You just got to use the teeth, but you know, you really got to get in there on the tree and then swing it. That's the key to that big saw. Just swing it. Don't try to push her through. Oh, that's danger. You just swing it. Yeah, those big bar saws ain't no joke, dude. I ran a saw for a minute, man. Tell you guys a little story. So when I was 16, a buddy of mine owned a tree service in Ocala. And there was the hurricane up in North Carolina. I forget the name of it now. Like I said, when I was young, I didn't really care. My memory's not the best, so give me credit on just remembering there was a hurricane. That's what it was called. So I went up there. My buddy says, "Hey man, you want to make some money?" And I was trying to buy a car. Just went wrong. Yeah, doing what I love. Amen, Mark. So I told my buddy says, "Hey man," he says, "I'm your stepdad." He says, "Your stepdad was telling me you need to make some money to buy a car." And I was like, "Yeah, man." He's like, "Listen, we're gonna go for a couple of weeks up here and help out for a hurricane relief thing, right?" And I was like, "Oh, okay." He's like, "Listen, it's gonna pay really, really good, man. Like, I'll take care of you, bud. I got your per diem and all that, and I'll make sure you're taken care of." And I was like, "Okay." I'm 16, right? But I was strong. I worked on a horse farm and stuff. I was a stocky guy, so I could tote, saws and stuff like that. We went up there, buddy, and he hooked up his boat. He had this, good, like a 24-foot salt flats boat, right? And he hooked up his boat, and I was like, "What are you doing with the boat?" And he's like, "Yeah, we're going to make some real money." And I was like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "I'll show you." So we rolled up there, man, and we got close enough to the flooded area where it was in North Carolina, and Buddy put the boat in, this flat skiff boat, right? And we went around and we're pulling people off their roofs. And then FEMA and the National Guard came in, right? And they were helping us pull people off of roofs and stuff. And I mean, I'm seeing people float by. I mean, this is horrific. I'm 16, you know what I mean? Back when we were 16, guys, we weren't like saturated in this stuff like people are today, you know what I mean? But then, like I said, the National Guard came out, the Coast Guard was there and stuff. And I remember, dude, very, very vividly, like, this isn't like, oh, I'm piecing it together. No. I remember sitting in that boat. I remember seeing a 2-story house that had 2 children. I don't remember if it was a boy or a girl because it was in the distance. And when little boys and little girls cry, they sound exactly the same. And there was a dad and a mom, and they were on the roof of a 2nd-story house, dude, and the water was coming. And they had boats coming in, but you could see the power lines. You understand what I mean by that? Like, you could see the power poles and you could see the lines. So they were not going to take the boat there. They were trying to find a place where they could cross and get back to them. And I remember watching a National Guardsman with a Mermite. You know what a Mermite is? They're a big container, a big green or brown, just depends, but they're like a heated container. You pour hot water in the bottom of them. It'll keep food hot and stuff like that. He swam over the power lines with this Mermite, like floating in front of them to bring these people some food, because I guess they had been up there for a minute. Like, this has been like an ongoing problem, and you can't put choppers in that area. There's too much debris and stuff. You really got to be careful. So this is like when the hurricane hit. So I remember thinking to myself, man, that's like that's selfless service to like the 10th power. You know what I mean? Like, that's a really big deal, man. What kind of hero is that guy? So later in life, when I ended up in the military, I realized that what I saw as a heroic act, of just true compassion for one's fellow man, was actually someone being told to swim his ass over there with the Mermite and get those people something to eat. And where I was thinking he was like, "I'm doing this because I love my fellow man," when in reality he was like, "What a dick, dude. Like, why am I swimming this shit out here? We could have just waited. We could have floated it over there. But meanwhile, this thing's like a river." It was bad, dude. But I remember it was neat. It was neat. It really changed my perspective on humanity. So I thought I'd tell you guys that. Oh, so here's the story. So I get back 2 weeks later. My mom had called the guy I was with and said, "Hey, listen, the school's calling, and he hasn't been there in like 2 weeks, so they kind of want him to go back to school pretty quick." And I told him that, you guys were working with FEMA up there in North Carolina, so they asked if I could get a note. So I was like, the guy was like, "Yeah." So he went to this FEMA guy that he knew, who ended up being like the director of operations. And I got a signed letter from FEMA thanking me for 2 weeks of service and all this like amazing stuff about me. And I still have the letter. It's buried, but I still have it. So I took that to school, and I was like, I brought a note for my last 2 weeks, and they were like, "What's this?" And they started reading it. And I got called down to the office. I had to go see the principal about it, and he was like, "Well, this is a big deal. I want to announce this on the morning announcements." So the next day, man, in the morning announcements, I was totally embarrassed by everything because he made me like talk and stuff. I had to like go to the office for morning announcements and like talk to everybody about why I made this decision to go up there. And I just like, I just really thought those people needed help, when in reality I was like, I just really needed some money to buy a freaking car. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't want to tell the truth. I made up like this whole, well, I mean, I guess deep down it was about an experience, and helping people and stuff. But really, it was just about the amount of money I needed to make to get a car. So I bought a really nice car, by the way. Buddy took care of me, man. I can't lie. Buddy took care of me. Oh, my goodness. So, like I said, that was just a little something for you guys.
That's it.
Figured I'd leave you guys on a positive note, tell you about the cool experience that I had when I was 16, and I did neat stuff growing up, man. Did neat stuff. I'm hoping it all pays off later on in life. It would really help to, I don't know, maybe make like $10,000. 62,000 would help out a lot. It would really change my perspective on things right now. It would definitely help out, to put me in a good spot. But like I said, you're only one cast away, and you're never gonna know if you don't have a line in the water. So guys, we're gonna do I've got an idea for those of you guys stacking credits. Amen, Virginia. All right, so check it out, guys. I got a serious question for you guys. I am thinking about doing a series, a vlog style series called This Old Boat. You guys down with watching something like that? I'm thinking about starting because the way this is turning out, like, hear me out. So far we already had like a 2.5 hour live stream on replacing the water pump assembly and the impeller and that nonsense. Well, then I changed the foot oil. I didn't do any video. I should have just went live to show you guys how to do that, but I didn't. So I was thinking to myself, you know what? I'm not going to keep like I want to do a This Old Boat series, and what I mean by that is I want to take the 79 right out of the box. Here's all the issues we've had. Here's all the stuff we've done. And as I change it, as I add things to it, and as I do little silly work things that I don't think you guys really care to see, but I'm gonna do them anyway, to give someone reference when they say like, I bought a used boat. They can look at these videos and see just the hours and hours of content and know that they probably should not buy a used boat. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, Rich. That's exactly what I'm talking about, man. It could be educational, that, or it could be funny. I mean, I don't know. I can clip it up. I can do funny little things. I can do time lapses and stuff. That's kind of what I'm trying. We go into a little time lapse, little music, and you can laugh at me. I'll stop the time lapse when I whack myself or ow, screw something up or something falls, or how that goes, and then make it kind of funny. Make it something you guys will laugh along. And then next thing you know, we'll have this thing redecked. It'll be set up like straight badass bass fishing, on the frame of a 79, but decked, like straight up decked. Compartments, lights, running lights, interior lights, like, it's all set up. I've already got blue interior lights already in there and stuff, guys. You'll see it. That's what I said. I'm thinking about live streaming the tournament, man. So all the lights on the insides are on and stuff, and you guys can just sit back and be like, holy shit, man, buddy wasn't kidding. Like, he did work. Yeah, no, I've already done some work in this boat. I just didn't film any of it. So I'm gonna have to start showing you guys a lot more of what's going on, so it doesn't seem so, whoa, what happened? We didn't see any of that. Like, I'm gonna show you guys the mount and the trolling motor and stuff, because that's just something everybody should know if you own a boat and you have an issue. And then we're gonna re-pull some wire. We'll do that together, so you guys, we'll talk about easy ways to do that and the importance of correct wire size, as well as and maybe I'll just cut it into short clip. There's no telling, man. I think of This Old Boat series, given that the boat's literally as old as I am. I think it's like probably within a couple of months of my birth date and its production date, so that's really funny. But I'm thinking of this old boat series, man, and really, and turn it up. You know what I'm saying? Like, make this boat cool. Show you guys me making this aluminum framing and stuff, and then redecking it and recessing all the hinges and recessing all the drawers, and the deck will be another 3 foot longer. The rod locker reconfiguration. Like, there's gonna be a bunch of reconfigurations and stuff. This is gonna be a pretty neat project, man. I think you guys will totally dig this. I think this is be a lot of fun, and I can probably do it pretty inexpensively. I hope. No, it never works out like that. But you know, like I said, I'm hoping. I don't think I'm gonna have it done for this tournament. I don't think that's possible. I can put in the effort and see what I can do, but it looks like that's not gonna happen because maintenance wise, I think we're gonna end up with one problem after another for the next couple 3-4 weeks, more than likely. I hope not. I hope we can get some good practice in and not have to deal with any of the maintenance stuff on the boat, and then be ready to rock and roll, fire right up come February. So do it. Yeah, no kidding, Mark. We're all trying to keep our stuff running to save money. Yeah, you bust out another 1,000. You know it. You know it. Well, guys, listen. I appreciate you guys hanging out, man. It's been real. And you know, like I said, I just wanted this to be a little moment, tell you guys what's going on. You know, it wasn't really too much fishing. Like, the app's telling me it's like really bad fishing weather, so I wasn't even gonna bother going fishing. That'd be kind of a waste of time. I don't really feel like dealing with all that, but well, next week, guys, we got an interesting topic. We should have some boxes next week. We should. Now, don't quote me on that. I've been waiting for stuff for a little bit, so we'll see. We'll see. You know how that goes. I got out of stock stuff and, you know, nightmares. You know how those things are. But, guys, listen. It's been real. It's been fun. We'll see you guys on the next one. See ya.